In this video,
we are going to look at how to create a responsive navigation bar for our front end. If you're new here, hit subscribe. Every click unlocks more web tutorials to level up your skills. Alright, so now open a terminal on front end. We won't be working with the backend for a couple of videos as we have to focus on the front end. And we are going to install some shadcn components and then add this one. And lastly, add this last component as well. And now let's run our application. So right now, this is what our application looks like, but we will be changing this entirely. Now hide the terminal and then create a file inside components called header.jsx. And then inside components, we are going to create another folder called layout. Inside that folder, we will be having root layout.page.jsx. Now in here, we type function. We name it as root layout. In this function, we return our header we just created now. Since it's not showing up, let me just import it manually. Now from here, header is our header component which will be used to display our navigation menu. And then outlet, this is where we can define routes. Mainly use this to define child routes and render them inside the outlet of its parent route. And then toaster is a component that can be used to render toast messages, and it comes from the Sona toast message library. And now let's go to the app.jsx file. Now we're actually going to remove a lot of these things from here because we won't be needing any of them. Now we are going to use this app.jsx as a place where we can define all our routes for this front-end part of our application. And inside these routes, I'm going to create another route as a part of slash. Then the element is going to be the root layout we just created. Okay, this letter should be in uppercase. Now remember that all the routes that we are going to give this app will come inside this root layout. Inside this, I'll show you how this works when you create the home page. And now let's go to our header component. Then from here, we make a use state variable. Now this use state variable is used to control if the sheet is open or closed when we make our navigation bar responsive for mobile screens. And then we create another variable. And this is actually used to close that sheet menu for mobile gigs. And now let's create our navigation menu items. First we'll type render nav icons. Now this is where all our navigation items will be, and these same navigation items will be reused for both desktop as well as the mobile. Alright, so what we added here was a navigation bar link, a nav link. This one is for home and this other one will be for about us. Also, this navigation menu trigger style is just a way for us to close the menu sheet when you click on a mobile. This refers to the navigation bar menu icon that you see on mobile screens. And below this navigation menu item, we will add two more buttons. One will be the sign in button and the sign up button. But in here, we'll call it as get started. And then inside this div, we will be having a button. And then we also have a button for get started to register the user. Alright, so that is all for this nav items. Now we can start coding the return part of this header component. I'll remove all these. First we have a header element. Now in here, mx refers to margin on both the left and the right, both sides, and mx20 refers to the margin size on left and right on medium size screens. We also have one for large screens as well. It is mx30, and then an my of 2, which is up and down or top and bottom. Now inside this we have a div. It's a class of container. Now we are going to put our brand, or in other words the logo. Inside this link, we also have a span text. The span is basically used to style this text. And here we can give new name of our application. Is the AI finance tracker, or you can call it the AI expense tracker. Right now, we will create the navigation menu for desktop, which is usually hidden on the mobile screen. And this line of code actually would start rendering all the nav items in our desktop. I'll just leave a comment here. Watch this far? Leave a like. It helps me reach a wider audience on YouTube. And now let's design a navigation menu that will be hidden on desktop, but it will be visible on mobile screen. Given that you click the menu icon. We have a div here. In the classroom of text. This is saying the hamburger menu icon will be hidden on large screens, which is what LG hidden actually refers to. And now we can use the sheet component we just installed on shadcn. And inside sheet we have sheet river, inside which we have the button. And inside this button we have the menu icon. And after the sheet trigger we have another element called sheet content. This refers to the actual content that you can see once you click the menu icon on a mobile screen. And we can choose a side here. I'll choose the right side. You can choose any side you want. And inside that we have sheet header. It's just sheet title. And we'll just call it as menu. Now below the sheet title we also have the close. And like the name says, this is used to close the hamburger menu. This one has a lot of styling, so I'll just copy and paste the remaining styling. And inside this button, we have an element with a pass name of a only. It will just say as close. Also, the sheet header doesn't close the eye, that with closing after sheet close. Then below the sheet header, we have another element. And inside this nav element, we had a few links. The first link would be the home. Actually, we can just copy it from the top. You just need to make a few adjustments here. We won't be needing this. We won't be needing this. Let's style this a bit. And then on page, we type close sheet. So what this does is whenever you select navigation link from the drop down menu on the mobile screen, the sheet will get closed because of this. On click, it will close. Anytime there is a sheet open, you open the navigation link, that menu will get closed. And we'll also copy the same one for the about menu. We change it to about that link. And now below this link, you will just be adding some mobile specific sign in and get started buttons. And again, we can just copy it from the top and just make some modifications. We have to empty shape, which is margin top, and then bpx off, and then variant outline is correct. We won't be needing a class numbers as child on web will be close. And okay, we just copy this down to this one as well, and we won't be needing this variant here. And yes, all right. And we'll see how this looks like. Let's see if the okay running. We'll just stop and rerun this. Alright, so we are not getting anything. Let's check the dev tools. Alright, root layout page.jsx does not provide an export name default. At tab JSX. Okay, let's check this out. We go to a root layout page. Okay, if we want to export this, we just need to type export default root layout. Alright, let's now check if it's working. And it's working just fine. And okay, this get started needs to have a primary color. Let's see why it's not there. A root layout. Okay, we won't be needing this. Alright, good. Now the color is back. You click this will go to the login page, which is this route. We don't have anything there yet. And clicking this would go to the register route. And then we have the home and then the work section. We'll be building these sections later. And this is our logo. Whenever we click this, it should take us back to this home page. And let's actually check how this looks like in a mobile view. So this is like a tablet view, and this is how the menu would look like. And here we have the close sheet buttons. We close this, the menu gets closed, and then we have all the sections here, followed by the sign in and the submit started routes. And if we make the screen a lot more smaller, this is how it looks like on the mobile view. And as you can see right now, this entire application is completely responsive and it works on any device without any UI issues. See you on the next one. Bye bye.